Live from the Fairway in Natick, it's the 11th annual Candlepin Bowling Championship. Competing for the $10,000 grand prize are top seed Tom Olszta of Sturbridge, who qualified with a 483. Fred Spintig of Stoughton, who qualified with a 447. Danny Murphy of Concord, New Hampshire, who qualified with a 438. Ray McGuirk of East Boston, who qualified with a 430. And Lenny Nali of Kingston, who qualified with a 420. Hi, everybody. Here we are back again for the first time at the Fairway in Natick, but it's our 11th. Can you imagine that? Our bowlers are going to go home with some money and also with a tangible souvenir. Ace Trophy Company has come up with 5 wonderful trophies here, which will go to all 5 of our bowlers. Obviously, the largest one will go to the winner. He'll get the largest check, too, $10,000. Then we will have, in order, second place, $5,000, third place, $2,500, and the tie for fourth, they will share that at $1,250. And now, to tell you just how our roll-off is going to work, here's the man who's been filling in for me for the last 3 weeks, the host of Candlepin Doubles, Brian Leary.
I don't know, that tan you've got there, I think you were playing hooky for the last few weeks.
I was.
Good to have you back.
All right, there are 5 seeds. You know that. The number 1 seed is Tommy Olszta. He gets to sit here and wait for the first couple of matches. It will tell you about the first 2 matches that we'll have. The first quarterfinal matches will pit the number 5 seed, Lenny Nali, against the number 2 seed, Fred Spintig. And then the next match, Ray McGuirk, who was the 4th seed, will take on Danny Murphy, the number 3 seed. The winners of the quarterfinals will move off to the semifinal round. And the winner of the semifinal, of course, will get to take on Tommy Olszta, 2 strings to determine the winner of our $10,000 top prize.
Some great bowlers on hand. We should have a great show. We got an hour and a half. Let's get started, shall we? Right after this. The hand, of course, for Lenny Nali, who throws the first ball in this 11th championship show. For a moment, the 4 horsemen left side, plus the 9-pin, but the 2 has dropped. 2 pieces of wood down in front of the 4. Lenny has a league average of 121, high single 191, high triple 467. Looking this over very carefully. So he begins with a 9 box. Lenny comes from quite a bowling family, which I know you know, Brian. He has, seems like everybody in the family is a good bowler. He's got quite a reputation to uphold. All right, he has a spare leave here.
I think there have been about 5 members of the Nali family that have been on the shows, and he's got a younger brother, Lewis, that is the 1986 state midget champion as well. So there'll be another one on the show.
That's right. He's here to root also. For a spare? No, right down the middle. That's tough. He had the 2, 4, 5, and either side of it, it probably would have gone. So it's a 9 and an 8. Here's Fred Spintig. He was 2nd seed with a sparkling 447. His average is 122. He has a high single of 182 and a high triple of 454. 1 and 3 with wood. Plus a 7-8. That's pretty. So the first mark. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, there it is again. He has seen a lot of marks on this alley. Remember, he was bowling against Tom Olszta when Tom had his 483 up here a couple of months ago.
The fill is 6, but it's a split. 2 and 4, 3 and 6. Oh, he almost pulled it off. He almost pulled it off. just missing the 3. Fred is married, father of 2, works as a shipper for Draper Brothers. Here's Lenny back again. Lenny is single. He works as a jet engine assembler for GE. Looks like a big hit. One more pin. The 4-pin has 2 pieces of wood in front of it. There it is. Heard some loud screams from one segment of the audience. That must be the Nally section over there.
There are a lot of sections here. This is quite a crowd.
It sure is. Boy. And Lenny has a big 9, and he also has the 4-pin again. No help this time so far as pin placement, but I mean the wood. But he'll look this one over. And he has it. 2 in a row. Oh, baby, a lot of pressure on these guys.
Only 2 of them have been with us before on the championship show, Tom Olszta and Danny Murphy, but even they admit to feeling a lot of pressure in the week before.
Fred Spintig winds up with a little diamond. That's the 5-pin, the 8, and the 9. And yes, it goes. His second mark. Both of them spared. Now the fill. It's an 8, but it's a tough split. 5 and 10. The 5 went, but not the 10. It's a 9 box. Okay, we're going to take a look at the scoreboard right now, as we usually do after 4 boxes of this string. And there it is. After 4, Fred Spintig Jr., 53. Lenny Nali, 46, with a bonus ball to roll. Lenny Nali on the line right now. And what you see is what you get. This is live, a 90-minute championship show. For Lenny, it's 6 is the fill on his previous spare. And, of course, 3 marks in a row. Any combination of strikes or spares in the same string establishes a bonus of $50, just as it does in our regular shows the other 51 weeks. And he does not quite get it. The 9-pin would not go. Today in this 90-minute show, you're watching the 5 bowlers who had the highest 3-string total in the previous year since our last show. And they are competing for a first prize of $10,000. In the order in which their scores, that is in the strength of their score, that's how they're seeded. So obviously Tommy Olszta with his 483 is top seed. And he will wait to see what these other 4 people do to find out who he's going to meet in the 2-string championship final. Lenny just missing a spare lead. The 10. Fred Spintig Jr., who was 2nd seed. And he's rolling against our 5th seed, Lenny Nali. In the next single string roll-off, it will be our 3rd against 4. Fred Spintig gets some backdoor action. Everything but number 1 went down. And he missed it, shaking his head. It's a 10. So 1 pin separating our bowlers right now, halfway through this first string. Be a tough shot, Brian, huh? 9 and 10.
Well, he's hoping that that wood will squeeze back a little bit closer to the 9 to maybe give him a shot at this. We'll see.
Right down the middle. He was thinking along your lines. He was hoping to brush that piece of wood, I think, and get some sidewall action. So it's an 8-box as he hit a piece of wood that was in the gutter. Now a 1-pin lead for Lenny Nali. 4 boxes to go. Four horsemen right side to convert. He made it.
There they go, the 1, 3, 6, and 10. Looks pretty when it goes, doesn't it?
Looks easy, but we know it isn't. All right, here's the bonus. And he gets 7 more. This will not be easy, as you can see. He has the 1 and 3, but in the background he has the 9, and that's going to be the tough pin unless he gets some sidewall action, perhaps. Well, we'll watch. Can he make it go? Nope. That was the danger, that he would split those 2 and not get the 9 in the back. It's a 10. Jim Lowell keeping score on that big scoreboard today. Fred Spintig Jr. Big hit, strike. 6-pin, the last one to go down.
Well, there's that head pin that had been eluding him in the 2 boxes before. He was right on at that time for the strike.
Almost a spread eagle as he came in on the head pin again, but this time just a little bit too full. 5 on the first ball. 7 to fill. So it remains 1 pin separating the 2 bowlers, and make that now 3 pins. A 3-pin lead for this young man, Lenny Nali, going into the final 2 boxes. Got a break as the 3 knocked down the 1. The scoreboard has been corrected for any of you who are getting excited about it at the moment, and I'm sure there are some of you. But it is, as I said, a 3-pin lead. It's 99 to 96. And, oh, it did not go, and he can't believe it. A lot of wood down there all around that. He has a 3-pin lead in this single string roll-off. We have double officials today. We have Ralph Stewart as lob line judge and referee, and also refereeing is Don Riley. Ralph at the lob line, Don Riley behind the bowler. Got a lot of pins there. A lot of pins. There's Ralph Stewart. That's what Lenny is looking at, and I don't blame him for taking his time. The pin is rolling around, but he also is under a lot of pressure because it's a 1-string elimination. Is it going to go? What a heartbreaker. What a heartbreaker, as that 5-pin would not go. So it's 3 successive 10s that he's had in the 8th, 9th, and 10th box. Winds up with a 119. And now it's up to Fred Spintig to mark. He must mark. and it would seem that any mark would do it because there's only 3 pins that he has. There is a spare leave. The 4-pin with the wood. And I don't think he'll miss that.
That's tough wood, though. It is. It's out there forward. About a foot or so.
Yeah, it could spin. We can't see from here just how far away it is. He chose to use the other piece of wood, the one on the right, rather than the one in front of it. And that shows his experience. Only an experienced Candlepin. He needs... There it is. You see it. He needs 4 pins and a 10 box. 9. So that did it. He's at 124 and 125 plus. If he strikes, it'll be worth $50 in bonus money.
All right.
It's an 8. And Fred Spintig advances by eliminating Lenny Nali. Tough break for Lenny Nali when that 5-pin did not go down as the piece of wood rolled up against it, but it would not go down. So the first match is over. Fred Spintig advances to the second round by defeating Lenny Nali 133 to 119. Now we move on to our second elimination string, and Ray McGuirk of East Boston, who qualified with a 430, will lead it off.
Work it out, Ray.
Right down the chute, which hurt. He has 4 horsemen on the left side. In the background, the 8-pin. Over on the right, the 6 and 10. And he winds up with how many? It's an 8 box. As you pointed out, it was a tough one for... I mentioned that it was tough for Lenny Nali to miss out on that 5-pin not dropping. But as you pointed out, here goes one more. He knocked down every pin between either a spare or 10 in those last 4 boxes.
Yeah, he couldn't have bowled much better. It's just the breaks that you get.
One single skinny pin in the back there with 3 pieces of wood for Ray McGuirk to go after. He got it. Spare in the second. Now Danny Murphy, who was one of our 2 finalists last year with Tom Olszta. He had a 438. And that brought him here today. Danny has 2 pins standing. The 2 and the 5. League average 125. High single 197. High triple 477. Made it.
Danny said he brought down about 150 people with him from New Hampshire, and based on the response after knocking off the 2 and 5 here, I think he might have underestimated.
Good bowler. 6 consecutive 400s on our show. Got a break that time because he actually missed the head pin, and he could see himself winding up with a 2 or a 3 fill. Said he gets 8. Not the easiest spare leave, I'll tell you that, though, with the 1 and the 9. Danny's the father of 2, part owner of Boutwell's Bollamore. Looking this one over very carefully. Nope. That's a tough shot. Maybe when they're that far apart and you don't have any wood to help. Now Ray McGuirk, and Ray is working on a spare, so this will be a fill. Boy, was he hot the day he came on and rolled that 430. Half Worcester left. One of the most frustrating of all fills in Candlepin bowling. Went to the same side and got 5 more. It's a 9-box. Gray's league average is 122. His high single is 190. His high triple 445. All right, he's got the 2 and the 7 with a nice piece of wood right up against the 7. Those are the kind you liked when you were bowling, right, Brian?
I'd like a few more, I think. You couldn't do any better had he gone down there and placed it. Perfect.
Yeah. And he made the spare. Now Danny Murphy. This year, Danny qualified with a 438. Last year, he qualified with a 456.
It's funny you mentioned Danny losing in the championship last year. You'd think he'd be used to the live pressure, but he said he was a nervous wreck all week long waiting for this day to arrive.
Well, I don't blame them, I'll tell you. Any of them. It's a 9. Those 6 consecutive 400s he rolled were 404, 403, 456, 414, 400, and 438.
Some kind of bowling. I'd love to have one of them now, or 1/3 of one of them right now.
Right. Okay, the object pin becomes a 3. He's got 3 and 6 on the right, 4 on the left. Tough shot, no wood. And no, it wouldn't go. So now he'll be trying for a 10-box. Every pin important. He's opposite a spare. And he makes the 10. So once again, we'll take a check on that scoreboard. After 4 here in the middle string, Danny Murphy, 46. Ray McGuirk, 39 with a bonus ball to roll.
Here's where we stand now in the middle of the second quarterfinal match. Lenny Nali losing to Fred Spintig in the first quarterfinal. Ray McGuirk against Danny Murphy here in the second quarterfinal, waiting to take on Tom Olszta in the 2-string championship.
And Ray McGuirk now throwing a bonus ball on a spare in the 4th. Boy, is he excited.
He's not too demonstrative, is he?
The day he won against Jim Putney, he said to me before he went on, he said, I am going to win.
Okay.
And then rolled a 430. 8 on the first. Looking this one over very carefully. He got it. That's $50 in bonus money. But more important, it puts the pressure on Danny Murphy.
There it is again. He's got it going now. 4 marks in the first 6 frames.
All right, Danny Murphy now with a spare leave. Five and 9. Yes. Danny trailing by 3 in the completed frames. He's opposite a 20 box. Thin hit. Gets just 5. And Danny gets the right side, but not the left. It's a 10 box. All right, Ray McGuirk now with 3 marks in a row. Already at 79 through 6, plus this. He got a break when that 10 went down, and he's got an excellent opportunity for another.
And if it goes, remember to keep your eye on Ray McGuirk to see his reaction to it. He's had some great reactions so far.
Piece of wood rolling around a little bit. He made it. He has 4 marks in a row. Look at those pins go down. Wow. Is he ever hot? Yes. 5 in a row. Is he a little excited?
I think so. And is Danny Murphy a little anxious?
Danny Murphy's going to have his work cut out for him, and he missed right there, the head pin. Now with the 1, 3, 6, and 9. And Wood between that 3 and 6. Let's see. No! He's running out of boxes. Four horsemen left side. So we're down to the final 2 boxes, and Ray McGuirk is red hot. Ray McGuirk up by 26 pins plus what he gets on the next one. Seven more. 33-pin lead right now. Oh, man, did you see him make the... Boy, when you're hot, you're hot.
Oh, boy, check this out. And as tough as it is for Danny Murphy to watch this go, it must be even tougher, too, for Tommy Olszta, who knows that he's got guys out there bowling like this, and he hasn't even taken a ball yet.
$200 in bonus money, but what a string. 133 right now. Six. Boy, he almost did. He almost did move it over. A 149. 149. And congratulations to him from the other bowlers here as Danny Murphy comes up in the virtually impossible position. He needs strikes. Can't do it. He needed strikes, and lots of them. Nine. 99. Well, Brian, you indicated he was nervous. I guess he had a reason to be.
Well, he said he felt fine today. I don't think he anticipated a 149 being bowled against him. And it's so tough when you're just dealing with one string and you're opposite a couple of marks and know you have to make it up in only
true.
The one string.
In the 3 string, you're absolutely right. You've seen sometimes one bowler get truly hot for one, and then the other come back and win the next 2. And in addition, win the match.
That's why I asked everyone beforehand whether it wouldn't be an advantage to get an opportunity to be out there and bowl the first couple of strings instead of getting the bye, but everyone said no, it's so chancy that you can get knocked off.
Sensational performance. Tom Olszta coming over and congratulating Ray McGuirk and commiserating with Danny Murphy. And the second string is over, and Ray McGuirk has eliminated Danny Murphy, 149 to 109.
Here's where we stand now. We move on to the semifinal round. Ray McGuirk against Fred Spintig. Each bowler with a pretty good score to start off, 149 and 133 up on the board.
And because he had the smaller of the 2 scores, he will lead off, and that will put Ray McGuirk in the second position here. What a start for Fred Spintig, Jr. So 2 of our 5 have been eliminated. Lenny Nali and Danny Murphy. 9 on the first ball. A contrast in emotions here. That may hurt. Now let's see whether Ray McGuirk can carry over that hot streak. He made $200 in bonus money. That is just secondary to the fact that he has advanced. He also has just guaranteed himself $2,500 instead of $1,250. The kingpin, the 5-pin. First pair. Oh, missed it. This is our first show at the Fairway here in Natick, and we are very, very happy with our association with Helen Salou and George Salou, who are the proprietors here. They've been the proprietors for a long, long time, an operation started by their father many, many years ago, and they intend to be here for a long, long time. And we hope that our associates, there's Helen, enjoying watching, and we are looking forward to a long association with them here. Fred Spintig, Jr. Spread eagle. As somebody said, the dreaded spread. It's tough, I'll tell you. You roll for the head pin, and then bango, 4 pins come out of there, and you've got that tough split. And yet you know you did what you wanted to. That's one of the most intriguing things to me about this game of candlepins, because it isn't easy.
Well, I was talking to Ray McGuirk early on, and he said the Arthur G. Little Company back in the 60s did a study. They took 100 shots right at the pocket, and only 60% of the time did everything go down, even though they were perfect shots.
Sort of like something they do now with Iron Byron as far as the golf balls are concerned, huh? I mean, in other words, it's a controlled type thing.
They had a machine take them down, and they just wouldn't go sometimes, so a lot of luck involved. But with these guys, a lot of skill.
So all you folks out there who can't make spears or strikes all the time, remember that. Be consoled.
That's the excuse I use anyway.
Ray McGuirk up on the line. This third string is to determine who will face our top seed, Tom Olszta, in a 2-string final. He didn't expect that one to go, I don't think. Got a great crowd on hand here today. Everybody's been real nice to me, and I want to thank them and also all you folks out there who were real nice to me while I was laid up and sent me all those nice cards and things. I appreciate it.
Well, it's great to have you back.
Good to be back. No. It's an 8-box. Okay, once again, we come to a spot where we take a check on that scoreboard. After 4 boxes of this string to determine who will go on to meet Tom Olszta, it is Ray McGuirk, 42, Fred Spintig, 46 with a bonus ball to roll. All right, here's Fred Spintig on the line, and he's working on a spear. This will be a bonus ball. Big 8. 54. 12-pin lead at the moment. 2 pins to knock down, and they are the 5 and 8. No, sir. How about that wood?
Well, that's why he was waiting. He was hoping that that wood would get out of the way a little bit, but it hung over a little too close to the 5.
9 box. Sometimes the wood can be a friend and sometimes not. Before I forget it, here's a special note to our viewers on Channel 5 in Boston. 2 weeks from today, that's September 6th, Candlepin Bowling is going to move to 10:30 a.m. for the college football season. Next week, however, we'll be on at our regular 12 noon time. That's in 2 weeks. We'll be going at 10:30 in the morning. I know that we'll get some phone calls and some people are saying, why didn't you tell us you were going to move it? I tuned in and I got football instead of bowling. I'm trying to tell you right now, for the whole football season, it's going to be at 10:30 a.m. That's on Channel 5 in Boston only. You folks in Springfield will see it at your regular time, at noon time. Nice shot.
There it is again, the 1 and 10. Fred Spintig, 4 and 10.
1, 2, 7, and 9. Wood and back. He made it! Take a look at how he made that one.
Well, it looked like it was a little bit too far off the head pin. In fact, he was. It was the wood that swung around and got the head pin.
That's right. And also went over and got the 7. And the fill is 5. 4 horsemen left side, inside pin, which is the 8th pin. Still has 7 and 8 left. Made a pretty 10 out of that. 6-pin lead for Fred Spintig. $2,500 difference. The winner of this will be guaranteed $5,000 at least, because you'll be going into the 2-string roll-off against Tom Olszta. The winner of that, $10,000. The runner-up, $5,000. All brought to you by True Value. Nine box. When Fred rolled against Dennis Chick, they tied at 337 apiece. Then they had a 2-box roll-off. Each had a 29. And then they went into another 2-box roll-off. This time, Fred Spintig defeated his friend Dennis Chick. That's pressure.
Well, we've had some the last couple of years here. Last year, Tommy Olszta had to go down to the final box in order to move on to the final round.
10. All right, the door is open for Ray McGuirk. He trails by 6, and he's opposite a 9 and a 10. 2, 4, 5, and 7. That's what he's faced with. It did not go. 5 and 7 still there. He made the 10, picked up 1 pin. Now the lead is 5. Four and 6 side by side, plus the 7.
Get some wood next to the 4 that might slide over.
Yeah, it might. It did. There is a very, very, very big mark.
Nice shot, and that wood was a big help.
Now Fred Spintig for his final 2 boxes. That is, barring a tie. Then we'd have a 1-box roll-off. He's waiting to see what that piece of wood, actually 2 pieces of wood, do. He wants them out of the way so he can have a clear shot at the 10. It's rolling a little bit. Let's see if he can get by it. How is he going to do it? Spare in the 9th. Thin hit, just 4. 4 horsemen right side, plus 7 and 9.
He'd love a mark here to try to force Ray McGuirk to mark twice himself in the final 2.
But he didn't do it. Needs every pin. 115. All right, Ray McGuirk. This is a bonus. Oh, baby!
Well, he stepped up there needing 28 pins in his final couple of boxes, and he's got 10 of them already.
There's 6 more.
Actually 20, because the 10 filled out the spare in the 8th.
$50 more, and Ray McGuirk has done it. Ray McGuirk has done it. He advances to the final against Tom Olszta, and that will be a repeat of when Tom Olszta rolled his 483. That was the last time they met. He gets 9 more. And Ray McGuirk moves on with a 136. And the rest of the people here, plus the other bowlers, are all congratulating Ray McGuirk, who has surprised everyone and gets another shot at Tom Olszta. And Tom Olszta, as we said, when he rolled his 483, defeated this same man, Ray McGuirk. There it is in the semifinal, 136 to 115. Ray McGuirk eliminates Fred Spintig, Jr.
All right, here's how we got to the final round. Ray McGuirk just winning the semifinal round, now moves off to the final to take on Tommy Olszta. 2 strings for $10,000.
And because it is 2 strings, and to keep it fair, since there is no defending champion, Tommy Olszta will lead off the first. Ray McGuirk will lead off the second string. Tom Olszta, who qualified with a 483 on the day he defeated Ray McGuirk. Tom Olszta with a league average of 130. And he begins with an 8-box. High single 209, high triple 496. 1-7-10 with wood against the 7. A 10. All right, let's see whether Ray McGuirk can stay hot. He has been sizzling in 2 strings. One, 7, 8. I think there was a feeling of anticipation that even though that was an almost impossible spare, that he might make it.
Based on his performance so far.
So Ray takes the first lead by 2 pins. It's a split, but there's wood. He's looking this one over. That's tough with a 4 and 6 side by side plus the 10.
This is the type of thing that's been going for him, though.
Yes! He pulled it off. He pulled it off.
I'm not sure if this, at this point as to whether there's any solid plan as to how to get these spares. They're just going no matter where he throws it.
You knew what he was trying to do, but it didn't work for him. And it's a 9. Little too fat on the right. Tom Olszta now has gone through 4 boxes without a mark. Ray McGuirk has a spare in the second. And oddly enough, Tom has not had 10 boxes but once. Now Ray McGuirk, let's see what he can do in filling here. He's the story today so far. A big 8 and a spare lead. Marks in a row for Ray McGuirk. Wow, a big knock. Oh, is he hot? Oh, is he hot? And look at that wood. Yes! $50 more in bonus money. He's up to $300 in bonus money. It's also the time when we'll pause one more time. After 4 boxes of the first of these 2 final strings, it is Ray McGuirk, 57 with a bonus ball to roll, and Tommy Olszta, 36. Tommy Olszta, who finds himself down by at least 21 pins, looking for his first mark. He didn't want that one to fall. He would have preferred that it had been the number 2 pin, the second one. Let's see if he can utilize the wood, kick over the 2, and get the 10. Nope. Too full on it. Before I forget it, Tommy wants to send a special hello to Henry Dion of Derry, New Hampshire. Henry is an avid watcher of Channel 5 bowling and a great Tom Olszta fan, and I know that he's pulling for him right now. There's his first mark.
Well, it was only a matter of time until that would happen. Tom Olszta with his first mark, and it's a big one in the 6th.
Another fill for Ray McGuirk. This time it's 5. 1, 3, 6 on the right, 4 and 7 on the left. No wood.
We talked about Tommy Olszta's 483 to give you an idea, if you didn't see it, how big a score that is. If you added Ray McGuirk's first 2 today, you'd have a 285. He would still need a 197 in this string, as well as he bowled, to approach the 483 of Tom Olszta.
That was a phenomenal triple that particular day. Spread eagle now for Ray McGuirk. He almost pulled it off. He almost did. And he wouldn't have surprised anybody, I don't think.
It's just about the only spirit leave he hasn't converted yet.
A lot of noise now as Tommy Olszta comes up.
Work it out, Tom.
5 on the first ball. 4 horsemen left side. And the 10 with wood. This is live. You're watching it as it's happening right now. This is our championship show. $10,000 to the winner, $5,000 to the runner-up in these 2 strings. He's too full on the head pin. Tommy's been here before in this championship. 3 times a winner.
He's used to coming from behind, too. Last year, he needed a strike in the last box to beat Rich Pedroli in the first round, and then a spare strike in the 9th and 10th to beat John Miller in the second round, and he was down by 11 at one point to Danny Murphy in the championship strings.
And here's the story today. Ray McGuirk. Ray has, in succession, eliminated Danny Murphy and Fred Spintig while rolling a 149 and a 136. And he leads here over Tom Olszta. 15 big pins. Once again, a little too full on the head pin. However, he almost pulled this off, so we'll see what happens. Nope, not that time.
Ray so far has picked up $250 in bonus money, but I think when you're shooting for 10,000, the 250 tends to be forgotten.
Actually, he's up to 300 now because he picked up another 50 here. All right, Tom Olszta now with his final 2. He's had only 1 mark. And we're talking a 130 average bowler. You just know that pin's going to roll back again. That's what he's looking at. It has stopped. Can he make it? Oh, the 7 didn't go.
Take the 10, Tom.
'92. No, sir, it's not going to go. Too many pins holding it up. Too many pieces of wood holding it up. For a spare? Yes. $102. 6 more. 108. And a big hit for Ray McGuirk.
Well, he knows this is a golden opportunity to build a big lead going into the second and final string. He's seen Tommy Olszta before, and knowing that he can make up a pile of pins in a hurry.
7 on the first. 7, 9, 10.
He's made this one time before today.
He is the story today. No question about it. It's good for a 10 and a 125 and a 17-pin lead. One more string to determine who's going to walk away with $10,000, who's going to have $5,000. That's it after 1. Ray McGuirk 125, Tom Olszta 108. This is it, the final string. And as we said, Tom Olszta would lead off the first of these two. Ray McGuirk would lead off the second. And that's what's happening. He also leads in the match by 17 pins. And he almost pulled off another great spare. Spare leave with the way the wood is. Sometimes this little triangle can be tough, but he has a piece of wood in there that should help. Nope, he had to hit the first of those pins, which was the 3, in order to do it. See what Olszta can do this time. A little too full. And 8. Now the lead is 19.
Question here was the 5-pin. It took a while to go, but it finally did go.
Ray McGuirk. And he has 9 and an opportunity to pick up the 7-pin for a spare. He just pointed to his head dummy because he had a clear shot at it, or he could have used the wood by going further to the right. As it was, he hit the wood in exactly the wrong place. Now, 4 horsemen left side, and inside there is the 8-pin, also a piece of wood, which should help, right between the 2 and the 4. But he had to get number 1. That's twice now he's missed a key pin. Four successive 10s for Ray McGuirk. Tom Olszta working now on a strike. Nine and 10 with wood. Nope. And he hit that piece of wood in the wrong place, too. Actually, it should have been further over towards the other end if it was going to get any kind of a bounce off the wood to try to take the 9. He's opposite a 10 box.
So the 4, 7, 6, and 10 just does not go, but with that wood helping out, it did go. Tommy Olszta now is coming back.
Ray McGuirk now with the 1, 2, 7, and 10, and wood. Looking this over very carefully. Oh, it looks so good going down there, but the 10's still there. It's a 9 box. Spare leave is the 2, 4, 5, 7. Nope, missing the 2. Nine. Tom Olszta. He's trailing in the match at the moment by 10. Here's a fill, which will cut that further. Thin, very thin. Just 3. And the 9 matches the 9. It's a 7-pin difference.
Ray McGuirk is fortunate he doesn't have a mark in 6 boxes, and yet he's only lost 10 pins off the lead.
Again, Tom Olszta, 2 full. He's going to have to work to get a 9. How about that? Strike for Ray McGuirk after going 6 boxes without one.
Well, it's only fair that Ray should get some help in through the back door, as Tommy Olszta got some help by the ball coming off the sidewall for 2 extra pins in the 6th.
There's the first bonus ball. Three, 4, 6. And nice shot on the right to get the 3-6. But the 4 is still there. However, a big 9 fill. 9 box. Tom Olszta trailing by 6 in completed frames. He's opposite a 19 box. Spare leave. Did not get it. Big, 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 big miss there. 9 box. He's down by 16 right now.
Well, he needs a mark here. He's opposite at open frame, so this would be the perfect opportunity.
Some backdoor action, but not quite enough. 1 and 3. For a spare, yes. Down to the final 2 boxes. Okay, guys and gals, hang on to your tray tables. Ray McGuirk has himself almost a strike. He has the 5-pin to pick up for a spare. Spare in the 9th for Ray McGuirk, and he has been the story today.
Big spare, and in fact that forces Tommy Olszta to come up with 2 marks in the 9th and 10th to try to pull this out.
Chance for another. 7. And he has the 1, 2, 4 to pick up for another spare. And, ooh, did not get it. How important will that be?
Well, Tommy Olszta breathed a big sigh of relief. He has a chance now.
Tommy Olszta, this is a fill on the spare. Five pins right now. He's opposite a 17 box. Look what he winds up with. Can he make it?
No.
Ray McGuirk has held on. Ray McGuirk has done it. He looks almost bewildered. He does. He's almost saying, did I really win?
Well, he's seen Tommy Olszta pull it out so much, I think you just expect it, especially when Ray McGuirk is the guy that saw him bowl to 483.
By 4 pins. By 4 pins. Tommy Olszta fell 4 pins shy in that final box. Look at Ray. He really and truly has a look of disbelief on his face. Ray, you earned it. You really did. I mean, you rolled a 149, a 136, a 125, and a 113. You really earned it. $10,000 to Ray McGuirk, and a great performance. And again, a great effort by Tommy Olszta at the very end when it appeared that for a while that he was actually going to pull it out. And except for that one ball that wound up with a 7-10 split, there's the final of the 2 strings that won it for Ray McGuirk. 238 to 234. We'll be back right after this. The 2 came to work today for only $1,250, huh? Danny Murphy and Lenny Nali. We have a trophy for you. You ran into a buzzsaw, huh?
Hey, he bowled well. He deserved the win. He went all the way. I'm happy for him.
And you looked like you were going to do it until the very last second. You had your 2 kid brothers going crazy here. Congratulations for making the show and being here. Now, Freddie, sensational bowling, and again, as I said, we had a buzzsaw out there today, right?
Well, I guess Ray was very hot today.
I mean, when you're hot, right?
That's it. I missed a lot of spares, though.
Well, I know you did, but listen, we have a little souvenir from the Ace Trophy Company and $2,500 and the opportunity to come back and see us again next year, okay? All right. Now, let's have our 2 finalists. Tommy, you knew coming in here you were going to have $5,000, but I don't think you expected that you were going to run into something that you did today, huh?
Well, Ray bowled excellent. What can you say? He got his revenge on me.
I was just going to say, he did get his revenge. There was a slight difference between the last time, 483 to 305. Today it was 4 pins, but I mean, the point is that he won and you didn't today, right?
Yeah, he was the better bowler today. He was walking home happy.
Well, listen, this is getting to be old hat with you. It's either 5,000 or 10,000 that you take out of here. What are you going to do next year?
Well, I'm going to try to win it, I guess.
Okay. Good luck to you. Ray, you made a believer out of all of us.
Oh, unbelievable.
And I, who was asked in the newspaper who I thought would be the finalist, I said Tom Olszta. That was based on the last time you guys met. But you, son of a gun, you were just great. Absolutely great. You deserve this big trophy. You get $10,000 plus $300 in bonus money. And the fact that you don't believe it, do you? Huh?
I can't.
You absolutely don't believe it. Okay. Congratulations to you. An absolutely great performance. And this was Ray McGuirk Day, I want to tell you. It sure was.
Thank you. I just can't believe how it worked out where Tommy broke the record against me, and I come back and I defeated him for this. It's unbelievable.
All right, you savor it for a long, long time. We have to run right now. I'll see you next week at 12 noon. And remember, after that at Channel 5 in Boston, it's at 10:30 in the morning. Okay, bye-bye, everybody. Thanks, Brian.